All right, amazing. Okay, yogis, let's all find a comfortable seat. Let's get this thing started. In typical form, if you have a block, grab your block. Maybe you slide it underneath your seat. Maybe sitting cross-legged is the most comfortable thing for you. So do what feels good. Once you are there, we're gonna close our eyes and just let this week go. Whatever happened, happened. And as you find your comfortable seat, let the tail drop down into your block or into your mat. As you inhale, lift through the vertebrae and find a little bit of stretch and lengthen the spine, inhaling in. Exhale, let your palms drop heavy on your lap. Another couple of breaths in like that. Inhale. Exhale, plugging into the earth. Inhale as your spine elongates. Exhale, find a little bit of softness in the face, in the chest, in the belly. On your next inhale, interlace your palms and push them up towards the ceiling. Reach up, gaze up. Fill up the lungs as you breathe in. Exhale, bring that little finger basket behind your head and gaze up. Little stretch here for the upper body. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, curl everything in like a seated cat-cow. Elbows come in, chest and chin drops. Inhale, open up, point your tail behind you like you would in cow pose. Exhale, curl everything in, elbows in. Hold the belly in here to activate the low core, just waking it up. Inhale, open up. Maybe you lift up and then gaze up towards the ceiling, finding a little mini back bend here. And then as you exhale, curl everything in. Two more like that. Inhale, open up. Taking it slow, just waking up the body here. Exhale, curl everything in. Inhale, open up. And then exhale, stay and let the palms drop. Close the eyes. I'm going to turn on an extra light. I think it's a little dark in here. Yeah, that's better. And now from here, yogis, reach your arms forward and just wrap your left arm under. Give yourself a shoulder stretch. Let that shoulder drop away from the neck and the ear. Stay here or take a modified kind of eagle arms. Maybe you wrap once or twice. That's it. Really nice. And then switch. Wrap the other arm around here. Give yourself a nice little stretch. Stay as you drop the shoulder away from the ear. And then maybe you take the bind. Maybe one little bind, maybe double wrap, whatever your shoulders are ready for this morning. Giving yourself some nice stretches here. Nice. And then roll your shoulders up, inhaling in. And then exhale, reverse your shoulder stretch. Bringing your palms into your lap, let that go. And we are going to take a brief pranayama practice this morning. We're going to take samavriti, even breaths. Yogis who practice with me a lot know you can modify this. You don't need to hold your breath as long. You can take a breath whenever you need. Don't sacrifice and feel dizzy for the sake of the practice. But we will inhale for the same amount. We will hold and pause at the top and then exhale for the same amount. No hold at the bottom. Exhaling out anything from this week you really need to let go of emotionally, physically, let it go. Nice stagnant air gets a push out. And on your next inhale, pull in for 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Elongating this time for 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yogis, just breathe. Nice deep inhale in and long exhales. Let's breathe together to signify that we're about ready to start our practice. Take a moment, find a quick intention. In these stressful, tough times, perhaps we dig a little bit deeper to find something we're thankful for. Greet anything that bubbles up to the top with a sense of gratitude and pull that in as the foundation for your intention for your practice today, or just to get through this week, the next few weeks together. And let's breathe to seal it in. Inhaling in. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Release. Feel free to make noise at home. Inhaling in. Exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out. Letting it all go. Last one, inhaling in. Exhale, release. Palms into prayer. At the center of the chest, don't touch your face. Sealing your practice in. Thank you for joining in with the flow, with this community this morning. And let's get to it. Thanks, yogis. All right, let's come over our heels or place our blocks off to the side. We're gonna come into cat-cow to warm up the spine. So tuck your toes for a light stretch. Knees underneath your hips, palms planted underneath your shoulders. Inhale as you drop the chest, the crown and the tail rise, cow pose. Exhale, curl the tail and push the mat away. Let your head drop here, really let it go. Inhale, open it up. Get a light stretch of the feet, all the joints in the tail and the spine. Exhale, curl everything and push the mat away. Feel that engagement through the upper back as you drop the head. Inhale, open it up. You are at home, so do what feels good. Just keep breathing here to match your flow. Inhale as you open up. Exhale as you curl your tail. Maybe you make bigger gestures with the hips here, or gaze over your hip towards your toes behind you to pull in some side body stretches. Keep moving. Inhaling as you expand, and exhaling as you curl in. One more inhale to open up. Exhale, curl it in and drop the head. Next time you come neutral, stay there. Take a little mini twist. Pick up your right palm. Gaze at your thumb. Inhale, fill up your lungs. Exhale, thread it through and compress that shoulder. Your head comes down. I'll take it on the other side to show you. Your head will come down and you're compressing onto that shoulder. Fill up the side body. Inhaling in. And exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, come up through center. Shift the shoulders over your fingertips. Pull in the belly. Find that abdominal brace. And then slink your ribs in between the shoulders as your elbows point down behind you. Chest and chin comes down. Wrap your elbows behind you, snuggling your chest. Flip your feet, toes and pelvis press into the ground. As you inhale, lift up, squeeze shoulders behind you. Gaze about a foot in front of your mat. Find a long neck here. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Take a moment here in child's pose. Maybe you find an active stretch by lifting the fingertips up. Fill up the back body. Exhale, let it all go. Maybe you rock your forehead side to side here, massaging your head and your third eye center, giving your sinuses a little stimulation. And then as you inhale, roll forward. Let's take the other side. Left palm reaches high to the sky. Gaze at your thumb. Little mini twist here. And then thread it through to compress that shoulder. Let the head and neck come down, releasing onto the mat. Fill up the side body with breath, inhaling here. And exhale to release. On your next inhale, come back up. Shift your shoulders over your fingertips slightly. Pull in the belly. Abdominal brace engages. Elbows point behind you. Chest and chin down. Release feet. Toes press. Pelvis presses. Squeeze shoulders behind you and gaze in front of you. Squeeze your shoulders like I'm dangling Purell or toilet paper in between your shoulder blades. Yes, that's it. I would squeeze for that. I have no more Purell left. What's a girl to do? And then push it back. Child's pose, release. Take your stretch here in the arms by tenting your fingertips. Or maybe you're releasing the arms and taking the rest. 2 more breaths, inhaling in. And exhale. Inhale here. And exhale. On your next inhale, roll forward. We'll take that a little bit faster. Shift the shoulders over fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, pull belly in. Come all the way down to the ground. Roll shoulders back, low cobra. Pause for an inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Toes together, knees apart. On your next inhale, roll forward through cat pose. Find some flex in the spine and then tip your tail as you come flat, coming all the way down. Inhale, we lift for low cobra. Exhale, child's pose, toes together, knees apart. Last one here, yogis. Inhale as you roll forward, puff up the back. Flatten out, pull in the abs as you come in for your low cobra. Inhale to lift. Exhale, stay in child's pose. One really long, deep breath here in your child's pose, releasing the back. Inhale here. And exhale. On your next inhale, roll forward, come into all fours, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. First down dog of the day, unless you are a maniac and you've already taken a flow. I get it. The quarantine will do crazy things to our motivation these days. But if this is your first down dog of the day, as it is for most of us, let it be stretchy. Pedal out your feet. Maybe you bend the knees, tip the tail high to the sky, get some freedom in the low back here. Nice, spread your fingertips wide. Can you distribute the weight evenly behind the knuckles? Take a nice deep breath here as you press the chest towards the thighs. Start to find stillness as those heels come down to the mat. And if you've got back stuff, if sitting down all week was really difficult for you, keep a slight bend in the knees. You can keep a bend the whole practice. That'll help you find space in your back as we adjust to our new normal these days. Once you've found your stillness, lift that right leg high to the sky, mindful of furniture. I've already done that. I've kicked some things off the table. And then pull that knee in towards your chest. Hover slightly before that foot comes in between your hands, back knee down. Squeeze the inner thighs and the abs as you lift Anjaneyasana. Inhale, and then exhale. Stay for the stretch. Beautiful. Inhale. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Pull in the abs. That will help you find a mini back bend here if it feels good. And then exhale. Last one, inhale here. And exhale, plant the palms. Tuck the back toe, lift the back leg. Pull the right hip back slightly so you can find your twist. Right arm lifts. Inhale, lengthen from tail to crown. Exhale, twist a little deeper from the ribs and the low belly. Another deep inhale here. Maybe you find a little bit of expansion in the chest as you wing your arm behind you, waving at anyone behind you in the apartment. My cat Juno's behind us. She might make an appearance. She's a beast. She's a beast, you'll see. And then bringing that palm down, pull the abs in, look forward, and then step it forward, hang heavy. Reach for opposite elbows here. Keep a light bend in the knee to protect the joints and the low back. Let yourself sway side to side, inhaling in. And exhaling. Maybe you shake your head yes, and then shake your head no. I forgot to put my timer on, so you keep moving as I put my timer on. All right. All right, yogis, bend those knees and start to roll on up. And once you get up to the top of the mat, shrug your shoulders up to your ears as you inhale. As you exhale, let them glide back down. Reach high to the sky, lift as the gaze lifts as well. Exhale, come forward and then down, fold into yourself. Maybe you find a slight curl at the base, gazing up towards the belly. Inhale as you unfurl, stick the tailbone out behind you like cow pose to really turn on those hamstrings. Your palms can come to shins or a block. Nice. And then bend the knees, step it back, plank pose. Optional vinyasa. If you came to party, perhaps you're ready for chaturanga. As you exhale, inhale, flip feet. Squeeze the quads, pull the chest through. Knees stay lifted as you come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over feet. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Can you spread the toes wide, spread the palms wide? Keep hands shoulder width distance apart. If you need an alignment check, you can roll up to plank and then come back to down dog. Just see if you need to move your feet or palms. One more deep inhale here, bringing the breath in. Exhale to release. On your next inhale, lift that left leg, mindful of anything behind you. And then pull that knee in, hover for a moment before it places in between your palms. Back knee down, Anjaneyasana, we lift. Squeeze inner thighs. Squeeze the abs in as well as you come on up, lift. Inhale, fill up the body with breath. Exhale, stay. This time, interlace your palms, place them behind your head, like we did at the start of class. Let your shoulders drop. Maybe you find a light lift up towards the ceiling, then over for a small back bend. Nice. Inhaling in, open up that chest. Exhale, plant palms, tuck the toe. Strong back leg as it lifts. Pull the left hip back a little to make space for your abs. And reach that left hand high to the sky. Extend your back heel towards the back of the room. Fire up that quad. Your left foot is forward. That's it. Maybe you reach behind you to open up the shoulder and chest a little bit more. Breathing in. And then exhale, plant the palm. Fire up the abs as you step it forward and hang heavy. Reaching for opposite elbows. Keep a light bend in the knees, maybe a big bend, and you place your chest on your thighs. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no thank you, please. And then as you inhale, roll on up. Shoulders are the last thing to stack, and then your chin. Bring your palms into prayer at your chest. Lift the toes up, and then spread them wide. Take up your space. Drop the tail, pull the belly in. Quads are engaged and lifted. Let's flow. A few sunays. I'm cut off. Inhale, open up. Exhale, come forward and down, Uttanasana. Inhale, come up, half lift, Ardha. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back, plank pose. Push the mat away, and then come on down, knees, chest, and chin, or you're ready for your chaturanga. Flip your feet, roll shoulders back. Engage your quads here, pull belly in. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Yogis who want an extra stretch today, walk a foot in, and then reach left hand to right ankle, gaze underneath the armpit. Give yourself a little bit of a twist and a stretch here. If you're not feeling it, you can walk back until you feel that twist. Switch and take the other side, right palm to left ankle, gaze underneath the armpit. This is just a little bonus for your IT band and your hamstrings. We will all meet in downward facing dog. Lift right leg up high to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip, take your stretch. Inhaling here. And then exhale, straighten out the right leg. Pull the knee forward and through. And then back knee down. Inhale, we lift high, Anjaneyasana. Open it up. That's just my coffee maker going off. Ignore that. Tuck your back toe, we reach. Modified Sunday with a little bit of bonus poses here. And then place the palm down, step it forward. Inhale, we roll on up, reach, reach, reach. Keep lifting. Exhale, we bow. Inhale, come up to a flat back, maybe fingertips graze. Tip the tail up behind you to get that extra hamstring engagement. Place the palm, step it back, plank pose. Optional vinyasa. You can take your child's pose here to rest, yogis, if you would like. Pulling the chest through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay for a deep inhale in, then a long exhale out. We have 2 more breaths here. You can rest in child's pose if you are ready for a break. Inhale. And exhale. When you inhale, feel how it fills up not just the front of the lungs, but the sides and the back. Fuel yourself with your breath. When you are ready, find a little bit of stillness and then lift the left leg high to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Try to straighten out the shoulder so you're not dumping in one side. Coming back to parallel hips, pull that knee forward and through, back knee down. Anjaneyasana, we lift, squeeze the inner thighs, pull in the belly, open it up. And then exhale, plant the palms, back knee lifts, we twist, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step it forward. Inhale, we roll on up. A little bit different this time. Inhale as you lift and reach high to the sky. Exhale as you bend forward and bow into you. Inhale, unfurl, flat back. This time we are going to stay in plank pose once we are there. A little bit of strength training here. You can take all of this with bent knees if you would like to modify. From your from your plank pose, pull the belly in, push the mat away, but I'm sure everyone can drop the hips just a smidge. Yeah, that's it. Nice. Stay here for another 3, 2, 1. Push it back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, undulate forward, stay in your plank. This time lifting your right leg. Feel that space where the hamstring and the glute connect. Pull the belly in, push the mat away a little bit. And then drop the hips if they're really lifted up high. Try to even them out. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Down dog or down dog split for advanced yogis who want to lift the leg high. And then bringing it back down, we meet in regular down dog. One more side, undulate forward, roll forward. Lift the left foot this time. Find your 3-legged plank. For 3, 2, 1. Nice, yogis, lifting up to down dog or down dog split. Let's all take a quick rest. In child's pose, wrap your palms around you to give those arms a big break. Take your rest. Inhaling in and exhale down. Regulate, yogis. Beautiful. Finding your breath. Inhaling in and exhale. That's it. One more breath in your child's pose. Inhale in and exhale. Beautiful, yogis. On your next inhale, roll on up. Come into down dog. Spread the fingertips wide. Find your upside down V shape. Lift the toes, spread them, let the heels come down to the mat. Press chest towards the thighs. Inhale, your right leg will lift. Pull the knee forward and through. Back knee comes down, and then heel toe your right foot out to the side. Lizard pose. If you have blocks, yogis, this is a great pose for blocks. You can place a block underneath the palms. Stay up here. If you're feeling open this morning, you can come onto your forearms to open up the hips and inner thighs a little bit more. Yeah, that's it. Yogis, if this feels good on the inner thighs, stay here. If you would like a glute stretch or outer hips, start to point your knee out to the side, a small shift, a 45-degree angle. Your foot will look like it's peeling up off the ground, like you're flipping a page in a book. Stay here, and that will stretch the outer glute and hip for you. Take a deep breath here. And a long exhale. Pull that knee to the midline of the body, nice and parallel again. Push yourself up. Tuck the back toe, and then step it forward. Malasana squat, another great place for a block. If you have it, you can drop the hips onto your block. Push the inner thighs out with your elbows. If you don't need the block and you can stay low, wonderful. Get rid of the block as you drop the tail. As you inhale, you lift the crown of the head. You push the inner thighs out. One more deep inhale here. And exhale, plant the palms, hips rise, parallel the feet. Yogi toe lock, take your two-piece fingers, wrap them around your big toe. Bend the knee slightly, inhale to lift, exhale, fold into you. Stay folded. Just going to adjust a notification. No one needs to hear my text coming through. All right. One more deep inhale here. Maybe you take a half lift and then fold into yourself one more time as your elbows bend slightly. And then as you inhale, roll on up, reach up high to the sky, pull all that energy back into the heart space, drop the tail, stay for a moment. Tadasana with prayer pose. Inhaling here. And exhale. We are going to meet in down dog. Optional vinyasa here. Some yogis might want to just make their way to down dog. Others would like to flow through, go for it. Plant the palm. If you know how to jump back to chaturanga, please do so with bent elbows. Inhale, squeeze quads, open up the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, pull it forward and through. Back knee comes down. We lift, Anjaneyasana. And then exhale, plant the palms on the inside of the left foot, lizard pose. Heel toe that left foot out to the side of the mat. Stay up, or perhaps you're coming onto your forearms. You can always use a block here to find that extra space. Once you're somewhere comfortable, you choose. You can keep the knee high towards the sky, or you can start to bend the knee out in a 45-degree angle, shifting this over to a glute stretch. Breathe into your hips, inhaling in. And exhaling. Send your breath to wherever you feel tight in the body. If that sounds strange to you, just visualize your body flowing through you. Like a current, and it swirls where you need a little more space, when you need to unlock what feels sticky. And then pulling the knee in towards the midline of the body, come on up to your palms. Tuck the back toe, step it forward. Malasana squat one more time. Push out the thighs. For yogis who are playing with crow pose, now's a good time to have a blanket in front of you if you have a fear of falling on the moneymaker, which makes absolute sense. If you want to play with crow, you've never played with it before. Plant your palms, bend your knees so you can get your palms nice and steady on the mat. Lift the heels high. Connect the heels behind you, almost like a little ballerina stance, and then bend your elbows. So you're in this kind of high frog position. You are going to wrap your knees on the outside of your triceps. And then eventually you pull in the abs, you puff up the back, you gaze forward. You have to look forward to make this work. You play with taking one toe off. Maybe the other toes come off. If you're in your crow pose, yogis, you can work on straightening your arms. If you're advanced, you can work on coming down into tripod. You play 3 breaths. If none of that's for you, take a stretch. Soles of the feet together, knees apart, lengthening up through the crown and forward folding to stretch the hips, the glutes, the low back. Yogi's choice. Don't be afraid to play. Rare opportunity where perhaps we've been working on crow or tripod in class, and now you get to play at home a little bit. And don't be afraid to fall out. You got to fall out to figure it out. One of my favorite teachers said that. I see some amazing inversions happening. Well done, yogis. Wherever you are, let's come back. Let the hips come back. We meet in Malasana squat. Push the inner thighs out. Palms come into prayer. Drop the seat. Fill up the lungs. Exhale. Open the mouth. Sigh it out. Ha. 2 more. Inhale in. Exhale. Release. Last one, inhaling in. Exhale, let it go. What happened, happened. The shapes are not about the shapes. You are dictating the shape, what you need from that shape. It does not dominate your practice. It serves you. Drive your heels into the ground to lift up. Feet are parallel. Step towards the top of your mat if you need to. Inhale, lift as you fill up the lungs. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale, come up to a half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant palms, step it back, plank pose. You can take knees, chest, and chin vinyasa through, or skip the vinyasa if you would like to cool it on down a little. We'll meet in child's pose for 3 breaths. If you would like to fire up your practice today, you can rest in downward facing dog. Inhale in. And exhale. Inhale it in. Long exhale, yogis. Inhale it in. And exhale. Come up to all fours. Quick stretch of the wrist, yogis. Point your fingertips out to the side. If that feels good and you want to continue, you can point your fingertips behind you. Stay for a little bit of a stretch here. You can start to bend the elbows in towards your chest. Maybe you take a cat-cow with this. If you really came to party and you don't want to stretch and you just want to keep burning it, you can work on peacock pose with your fingertips pointing behind you. Press your chest forward, bend the elbows, look forward, maybe you lift your legs behind you. You can play with that. Otherwise, we are all stretching our wrists out for another 2 breaths. Lots of options today, yogis. I think we all need a nice hybrid of rest and of burn for the body to kind of bring the breath and the life back into our body. Start to undo yourself. Point your fingertips forward. Give your wrists a roll if they need one last shake out. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. How we doing, guys? Thumbs up? Yes, that's it. Amazing, yogis. Oh, what a week, what a week. All right, darlings, lift your right leg high to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, pull it forward and through. We rise, high lunge. Inhale. And then exhale, open it up, warrior 2. Stay for warrior 2 as you bend your knee over your second big toe. Flatten the blade of the foot behind you to the mat. Drop the belly, drop the tail, pull the abs in, reach long. Find your arms, try and even them out. On an inhale, straighten your leg, point your toes towards the right side of the mat. Fly takes you up. Skandasana, back of the mat. You can keep this as a high lunge, bending the left leg behind you. Maybe you'd like to come all the way down into Skandasana, tip the toes high to the sky. Inhale. And then exhale, we walk towards the front of the mat. Gaze forward, low lunge. Inhale here. And exhale, step it forward, forward fold. Inhale, we will roll on up. Meaning at the top of our mat, prayer pose, high prayer, we rise. Exhale, pull it on in. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, unfurl yourself, flat back. Exhale, plant palms, step it back. We'll meet in down dog, yogi's choice, how you get there. Maybe chaturanga, pointing your elbows behind you, tricep push up. Inhale. Opening up the chest, keep knees and quads lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. One deep breath here, organize your pose, organize your breath. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, your left leg rises. Pull the knee in, forward and through. Inhale, we rise, high lunge. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Knee is tracking over the second big toe. Your back blade of the foot is sealed to the ground. Finding that 90-degree angle, bend this knee a little bit more because you can. You're stronger than you think you are. Lift the arms from the back. Less about lifting from here, more about lifting from your lats. Nice deep inhale here. And exhale, next inhale, straighten your leg, fly takes you up, toes point towards the right side of the mat, lift. Exhale, come into your side lunge or Skandasana on this side, left toes point up. Inhale here. And exhale, with or without palms, yogis, we will crawl to the front of our mat. Low lunge, organize yourself here, pull the abs in, inhale. And exhale, step it forward. This time, bring the weight into your heels, Utkatasana, chair pose. Bend your knees. Bringing the weight in towards the heels, drop the seat, open up the chest. If the chest feels stuck, tuck your tail just a little bit to see if you can open up the chest more. That should free up the spine. It burns, it's all right. Stick with it. Nice deep inhale here. And exhale, hands come into prayer pose. Lift your right heel up and then reach it behind you for warrior three. Keep a slight bend in the standing leg and your left leg. Toes point down behind you to keep your hips square. You can roll your shoulders back here. Palms can be at prayer. You can wing your arms behind you. Any arm variation you know and love, take it. One more deep inhale here. Trust yourself as you reach back for high lunge transition. Inhale. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Inhale, fly takes you up, toes point to the right. Exhale, don't worry, we'll do the other side. Come into your Skandasana or side lunge. Inhale, walk it forward. Low lunge. Breathe here. Exhale, forward fold. Yogis who like it spicy, take an extra vinyasa. I'm going to chill at the top of my mat. Shake your head yes. If you're hanging out with me, shake your head no. And then drop the palms. Toes, heels together. Bend the knees. Yogis, we will all meet in chair pose at the top of the mat. Weight is in your heels. Drop the seat. Open up the chest. Lift the gaze slightly. If your chest feels stuck, tuck your tail, pull the abs in. See if that frees up your chest. Hands come into prayer as your left heel lifts. And then straighten yourself out for warrior three. Hips are square. Left toes are pointing down towards the mat. Palms can stay in prayer pose or wing behind you. Any arm variation you know and love. You feel a light lift in the chest as well. One breath here and then trust yourself as you reach back for high lunge. We rise, inhale. And then exhale, open it up, warrior two. Inhale, fly takes you up, toes point towards the left. Side lunge or Skandasana, you choose. Toes point up if you are in Skandasana. Tail is dropped, palms in prayer. Reach it forward, top of the mat, low lunge. Inhale here. And then exhale, step it forward. Start to bring the seat all the way down to the ground. Quick Navasana abs, also a little bit of a break for the low body. Find your seat on the ground, roll the shoulders back, grabbing for the thighs here, boat pose. You can come into this tabletop position, stay here. We'll be here for 5 breaths, yogis. Maybe you let go, bring the hands into prayer. Maybe you start to straighten the legs. Pilates trick, you don't have to be exactly on the tip of the tailbone. You can have a slight mini curve in the low spine. This will help you engage the low pelvic bowl and abs. 3 more breaths. It should be hard to speak. So if you hear my voice wavering, solidarity, I'm doing it with you. Another 2 inhales in and exhales. I know that was a really slow 3 breaths, wasn't it? Inhaling in. And then exhale, cross your feet, slow stretch here, soles of the feet together, knees apart, reach for the ankles, lift the chest. Find a lot of length in the spine here. Inhale, exhale, pull it forward. As flat of a back as you can. And then when you can no longer lift the chest with a flat back, then you curve, let the head hang heavy. We will spend 5 long breaths here as I check the time as well. Nice deep inhale here, yogis. And exhale. Another deep inhale in. And exhale. 2 more breaths, inhaling in. And exhale, big inner thigh stretch, outer glute stretch, back stretch. You got it. 1 more breath here. And exhale. Plant your palms behind you, feet parallel, knees high to the sky, altar pose, lift the hips, drop the head. If you know and love lion's breath, go for it. If you're home alone, it's a great one for being solo. Drive your heels into the ground, lift the hips up. As you inhale, pull in a huge breath in. Exhale, stick out your tongue, make noise. Ha, much like a lion's roar, inhaling in. Exhale, stick out the tongue, let it all go. Ha. Last one, inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Bring the seat back down. And then, if you can, reach your palms forward. Can you start to scoot yourself up? I cheated. And then we'll meet at the top of our mat. Yes. All right, yogis. Little interstitial here. Reach your right palm high to the sky. Grab it with your left hand. Give yourself a side body stretch. Bring your weight into your right heel as you gaze underneath your armpit. Inhaling in and exhale. Come back up through stretch center as you reach first, and then take the other side. Right palm towards left wrist. Take side body stretch by gazing underneath the armpit. Bring your weight into the left foot as well. Nice little anchor there. Inhale here and exhale. Bringing your palms in prayer at the top of your mat. Maybe take a step back just so you have a little bit of space, but you are at the top of your mat. And then we will find our chair pose. Utkatasana. Bring the seat low and then hands into prayer. Lift the right heel high. This time we will find an eagle wrap, wrapping right knee over left knee. You can wrap once, maybe you wrap the toes twice. With right knee on top, perhaps you stay here. If you'd like to go forward, you wrap your right arm under its opposite leg, opposite arm. Stay here, roll shoulders back, and then lift the elbows slightly so they are aligned close to your collarbone. Maybe those knuckles trend over your third eye center. Yogis, stay here or start to bow. Pull your abs in as you connect knees and elbows, gazing forward slightly. Think of cat pose as you puff up the back. That will help you pull the belly in. Inhale here and exhale. Yogis, we're gonna try a challenging transition into Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose. Start by unraveling your palms. Place your left hand down to the ground. And then swing your right leg up to the sky. It should feel good as you open up the hips. Heel reaches towards the back of your house. Right palm stretches up high to the sky. You are gazing down a foot in front of you, or trusting your balance by gazing up at your thumb. That's it, yogis. Nice. One more deep inhale here. Step it back, high lunge, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. It's almost over. Stay with it. Tip it back, peaceful warrior. And then exhale. Come back to your high lunge. And then step it forward. Shake it out. Yogis who want that vinyasa, you take it. Shaking yourself out, coming back here to the top of the mat. Spread your toes wide and lift them up. Let them settle back down. We'll take our chair pose again. So we can find our eagle, legs and arms. Lift that left heel up. Cross left knee over right. Take the single wrap or double. You can stay here with palms in prayer pose. Maybe you're reaching your palms out towards the front of the mat and then wrapping your left arm under. Once you're here, roll the shoulders back. Lift the elbows. Maybe knuckles are towards third eye center. Stay here and breathe. Or maybe perhaps you're taking the bow. Elbows and knees join. Think of cat pose to find space in the body to pull the abs in. Inhale and exhale. Another deep inhale here. And exhale. Almost there, yogis. Try that transition into half moon. Bring your right palm down first as you unravel yourself. Gazing a foot in front of you, open up those hips like warrior two hips. And then reach that left hand high to the sky. Stay here and gaze forward or test your balance by gazing at your thumb. Lift that left leg high and stomp it in the back of the house behind you. Like you're reaching that energy out behind you. One more deep inhale here. Trust yourself as you sail back to warrior two to wash it out. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, tip it back, peaceful. Just a nice little wash out. Come into your high lunge. Then step it forward, bringing prayer into your chest. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. This is the last thing we're gonna do, yogis. A little bit of a peak pose here. Start to lift your right ankle and then bring yourself into a standing figure four. You will bend your bottom leg. Whoops, find something that's not moving. I just fell over a little, it's all right. Find something that's not moving and fix your gaze. You're staying here in your standing figure four and flexing your right foot and working on bending your bottom leg. For yogis who want to go further, make sure you have some space in front of you. And I'm gonna demo on this side. So with your bow here in your figure four, you're gonna bring your palms down. Flying crow. This toe is gonna wrap around your tricep. You bend your arms like chaturanga. Create a shelf for that leg that's crossed right now underneath you. Puff up the back, and then you might have enough space to free up the leg behind you. Playing with your flying crow. 2 more breaths, yogis. That or you're enjoying the figure four stretch and working on your balance. This is tough enough. 1 more inhale here. Exhale, coming up, shake it out. Woof. Yeah. Lots of playtime today, yogis. All right, other side. Start to lift up the left heel. Find your figure four first as you come on down. Your toes are going to be really flexed here. Doesn't matter if you're taking the inversion or not, really flex those toes. And once you're here, you decide. Maybe you want to work on bringing the palms down. You have to really bend your standing leg, bend the knee to get there. Plant your palms down. Think of all the elements of crow pose. You will bring those into this flying pigeon pose. You lock your toes around the tricep, lean forward, gaze forward. You're creating a chaturanga shelf for your shin that's underneath you. And then you gaze forward, maybe you find a little bit of space. All yogis, breathe. And then let's meet at the top of our mat. Yeah, you guys are over it. You're over it. It's only fun until it's no longer fun, and then, you just let it go. All right, yogis, let's come on down to our mat. Let's reap some of our rewards with some yummy stretches. Coming on down any way you can that's graceful-ish. Let's bring our right heel in towards our left thigh. You have a slight, your left foot is closer towards the tip of your mat. It's like tree pose, but you've got a little bit of angle here with your shin. Prop yourself up first, open up the chest. Stay here, fill up the lungs. Exhale, walk yourself over your left leg. It's a mini twist for the body. It's a big forward fold for the back and hamstring. If you've got your blanket at home and this is feeling tight, you can always scoot yourself back onto your blanket. That'll give you a little bit of lift in the back. It should feel pretty good. You're thinking of chest coming towards shin. It's okay if those two things don't meet. That's just the direction you're going in for the cue. Wherever you are, drop your head. Let yourself hang heavy. For a couple weeks when I was injured, my forward fold meant I just brought my chin to my chest. So you do what you can. Another deep inhale here. And long exhale. On your next inhale, start to come back up, lift yourself up. If you have a blanket underneath you, scoot it out to the side. Place your palm behind you, stargazer. You lift your hips as you reach that top arm overhead and maybe a little out to the side. Give yourself a huge back bend and stretch here in the chest and the arms. And then come on down. One more figure four here. Crossing right ankle over the left knee. We won't be doing pigeon today because we did so much forward figure four stretching. But if you love pigeon, take it now. This is the perfect time to take it. If this stretch isn't giving you enough, you can substitute with proper pigeon. If you're in your figure four, the more you scrunch yourself up, the more intense this will get. And flex those toes. That'll protect your knee. Nice deep inhale here. And a long exhale. Undo yourself. Legs come out forward in front of you and shake yourself out. Let's take the other side. So you bring your right leg towards the tip of your mat. Left foot on the inner thigh, like tree pose, but you're on your mat in a wider seat. And then lift yourself up to begin. Find that stability and flatness where you are connected to the earth with both seat bones, and then you're lifting up through the chest. Give yourself a mini twist here before you start to forward fold. Fold with the flat back as much as you can, and then you let yourself bend. Chest is thinking about coming in the direction of the shin. You hold on to whatever you want to hold on to. And again, if this is tight, grab that blanket and prop yourself up. That's always an option. Just breathe. Inhaling here and exhale. Give yourself time to come into these deep forward folds. Use your breath as your tool. As you inhale, you reach your chest forward. As you exhale, you go a little deeper. If you've got a blanket, slide it out of the way. Plant your left palm behind you, and as you inhale, lift up, stargazer pose. Push your hips forward and reach your right arm behind you. Giving yourself a big chest opener here. It just feels delicious and it looks cool. Enjoy it. As you inhale, come on back. And then take your figure four. Your left heel crosses over right knee. Again, the more you scrunch yourself up, the more intense this will be. The trick is to really flex that foot that's crossed. That protects your knee. That also intensifies the stretch. If it's too much, you loosen yourself up, elongate the pose. Again, if you love pigeon, go for it. This is the perfect time to take 3 to 4 breaths in your pigeon pose. Inhaling here and exhaling. Inhaling in and exhale. Last one, inhale here and exhale. Bring yourself forward so you're halfway down your mat. Grab anything you would like for Shavasana. We're getting quite close. So maybe bring your blanket or a block, whatever you need with you. Curl on down, roll on down. Quick bridge pose before we close it off. Reach your fingertips so they reach your heels. Your knees are pointed up high to the sky. As you inhale, lift the hips. Maybe you shimmy your shoulders underneath you to stretch those shoulders and open up the chest even more. Drive your heels into the ground. Keep your thighs parallel here, like the number 11, just so you keep the knees safe. One more deep inhale here. Exhale under your shoulders and then undulate down upper, middle, then low spine. Rock your knees side to side. Let's take a twist. You're gonna twist over to the right side. Spread your arms wide. You can keep your legs together. Maybe you'd like to eagle wrap your legs like we did in our standing poses to intensify the twist. Any twist you know and love, take it. That might even be extending the right leg long with left leg crossing over. Bring your gaze over your left shoulder, stay, and inhale. Long exhale. Another deep inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale here. Exhale, bring your twist to the other side. Any style of twist you took on the other side, take it on this one as those knees fall over to the left. You gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhaling in. And exhale. Last one, inhale in. And exhale. Bring your knees center. Organize yourself so you're nice and flat on your mat and aligned. One last pose, happy baby, or yogi's choice of pose. Many of you I know have your own favorite closing poses. That could be Baddha Konasana. It could be shoulder stand. Whatever pose you need to take. And I encourage yogis, now that you are at home taking this to your home practice, if you would like to close with the legs up the wall, use your space. Maybe throw that blanket underneath your seat in your back before we get into Shavasana. And then whatever pose you are in, take one last inhale. And then we will meet in our final resting pose. Shavasana, legs up the wall, maybe Baddha Konasana, you decide. Hold a deep inhale in. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Long exhales. Another deep inhale in. Open the mouth, let it go. Last one, inhaling in. Exhale, release. I'm going to bring you through a very abbreviated Yoga Nidra guided meditation while you are in your Shavasana. And I promise to give you a few minutes of silence at the end of it. As you connect with your body on the mat, bring your attention to your third eye center. Release any tension in between the eyebrows. Let your inhales be soft and exhales even softer. Releasing anything you're holding on to with each exhale. And bring your attention now to the right shoulder, the right arm, right wrist, right fingers. Then bringing your attention to the right ribs, right waist, right thigh, the right shin and right ankle. All toes on the right foot. Then bring your attention back up to the crown of the head, third eye center releases one more time. As you bring your awareness now to the left shoulder, left arm, left wrist, and left fingers. Bring your awareness to the left ribs, left hip, left thigh, left shin, and left ankle. Bring your awareness to all left toes. Now bringing your awareness to the entire right side of your body. Bring your awareness now to the entire left side of your body. Start to shift that awareness now to your nose and inhale. Cool breath in as you inhale softly. Warm, soft exhales as you release. Inhaling cool breath. Exhale, warmed life force, prana. Soft inhales in. Even softer exhales to release. Now visualize yourself at a beach. It's a little isolated, beautiful, wrinkled little beech trees with jagged edges, but big waxy leaves. Frame the entrance of this beautiful, tucked away beach. As you walk through those waxy leaves, you find yourself alone on this beautiful beach. Sand is warm between your toes and you feel each grain scratching at your feet. As you walk forward, you feel the grains of sand slipping away in between the toes and behind you, leaving soft footprints. Coming to the water, you let it lap at your toes. Crystal clear turquoise water, nice and warm, flowing over your feet. The water is so warm and irresistible, and the wind is warm, tickling at your nose, and as you breathe in, you smell sweet, salty, fresh air. You dive into the cool water and let yourself float like a shavasana, buoyant at the top of the water. Face is up towards the sky and the sun is warm on your cheeks. Palms are flipped up, floating, and you feel weightless, buoyant, light. Let yourself breathe into the warm air. Flow with the water. You decide to plunge under and cool off, swimming now back towards the beach. And as you get out of the water, you feel the drips tickle down your shoulders. And you walk back to your beach blanket that was conveniently there. Sitting down on your blanket, you decide to meditate. You lay down into your Shavasana position, but bring your awareness to your third eye center. Bringing your awareness back to that space of intuition, you spend a few moments there alone with silence and nothing but the breathe. Spend a few moments now focusing on your third eye center and simply being. No rules, no judgments, just being here. Now, yogis, come back to your own third eye center here on your sacred space on your mat. Feel the connection of your body against the mat before you even move. Back is spreading wide. Fill up your lungs. Take a nice deep inhale in. And a long exhale out. On your next inhale, and invite small movements into the body. Reach out with your fingertips, roll the wrists. Maybe you reach your palms overhead like a morning stretch, wiggling shoulders and chest side to side. Fill up your lungs. And then pull your knees in towards your chest. Lightly if you have back stuff, keep it loose. And when you're ready, roll on up to a comfortable seated position. You can find your blanket, block. You can even sit on your couch if you like at this point. Bringing your palms into your lap, we will root down into the mat, into the earth. Maybe you're still living at your beach. That's fine too. As you root down through your seat, inhale, lift each vertebrae, finding lengthen the spine. And then exhale, tip the chin ever so slightly, a little moment of introspection. Calling back to your intention. Maybe you'd like to mull it over, evolve it, make some edits. Your intention should always shift as your energy and your needs shift. We'll close class with a huge deep inhale and exhale together. Bringing palms at the center of your chest. Inhale it in. Exhale, open the mouth, release. Bringing your hands to hover over your third eye center. Bring in your intuition, yogis, your sense of solace and peace. And then bringing your prayer into your heart space.